Welcome back to Wild Wisdom. Here are some interesting facts about invading insects in Europe. Europe's landscapes are changing. A silent invasion is underway. Tiny insects arriving from foreign lands are disrupting the continent's delicate ecological balance. These invasive species, often unnoticed at first, are steadily transforming forests, fields, and gardens. Invasive insects are not native to Europe. They arrive from other continents, often by accident. These insects can cause significant damage to trees, crops, and other plants. They can also outcompete native insects, leading to a decline in biodiversity. The arrival of these insects is a serious concern. Scientists and conservationists are working to understand these invaders and find ways to control their spread. The fight against invasive insects is a race against time to protect Europe's natural heritage. How do these tiny invaders travel such vast distances? The answer lies in the interconnectedness of our modern world. Global trade and travel have unintentionally created pathways for invasive species to hitchhike across continents. Shipping containers, often carrying goods from distant lands, provide an ideal hiding place for insects. These stowaways can survive for weeks in the dark, humid conditions, only to emerge when the container reaches its destination. Wooden packing materials, used to protect goods during transport, also act as unintentional carriers of insect larvae and eggs. Once on European shores, these insects find themselves in unfamiliar territory. Yet, without the natural predators and parasites that keep their populations in check back home, they find ample opportunity to thrive and multiply. The consequences of their arrival can be devastating. Consider the Asian longhorn beetle, a striking insect with long antennae and a glossy black body dotted with white spots. This beetle, native to East Asia, poses a serious threat to hardwood trees in Europe. Its larvae bore deep into the wood, weakening the tree and eventually causing its death. Another unwelcome guest is the box tree moth, originally from East Asia. This moth's caterpillars have a voracious appetite for boxwood, a popular ornamental shrub in European gardens and parks. Infestations can quickly defoliate and kill these shrubs, leaving behind unsightly brown patches. The emerald ash borer, a metallic green beetle from Asia, is another example of an invasive insect wreaking havoc in Europe. This beetle infests ash trees, laying its eggs under the bark. The larvae feed on the tree's inner bark, disrupting the flow of nutrients and water, ultimately killing the tree. Section 4. A ripple effect on nature's web. The impact of invasive insects extends far beyond the plants they directly consume. Their presence sends shockwaves through the intricate web of life, affecting other insects, birds, and mammals that depend on native plants for food and shelter. As invasive insects outcompete and displace native insects, the food chain is disrupted. Birds that rely on specific caterpillars to feed their young may find their food source diminished or gone altogether. This can lead to population declines in bird species that are already facing pressures from habitat loss and climate change. The decline of certain plant species due to invasive insects can also have cascading effects. For example, the loss of a particular type of wildflower may impact the bees that specialize in pollinating that plant, potentially reducing the pollination of other plants in the surrounding ecosystem. Section 5. Fighting back strategies for control. Combating the spread of invasive insects requires a multi-pronged approach. Early detection and rapid response are crucial. Scientists and researchers are constantly monitoring for new arrivals, using traps and other methods to track their movements. Public awareness is also vital. Educating citizens about the dangers posed by invasive insects and encouraging them to report any sightings can help authorities respond quickly and contain infestations before they become widespread. Biological control is another strategy used to manage invasive insect populations. This involves introducing natural enemies of the invasive species, such as predators, parasites, or pathogens, from its native range. However, this approach requires careful consideration and research to ensure that the introduced species does not negatively impact other native organisms. Section 6. The future of Europe's landscape. The invasion of alien insects is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet and the unintended consequences of human actions. As global trade and travel continue to increase, so too will the risk of introducing new and potentially devastating pests. Protecting Europe's natural heritage requires a concerted effort from governments, scientists, and citizens alike. By understanding the threats posed by invasive insects, working to prevent their arrival, and implementing effective control measures, we can help safeguard the continent's biodiversity for generations to come. The future of Europe's landscape hangs in the balance. The choices we make today will determine whether future generations inherit a continent teeming with life, or one grappling with the ecological consequences of our actions. Thanks for watching Wild Wisdom. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing insights into the world of nature. Stay curious, stay wild, and we'll see you in the next adventure.